Okay, so we are back for the final, I assume will be the final installment of the Week 1 matchup between Tennessee and Jacksonville. Tennessee currently trailing by 17 to 10 is your score. Jacksonville ahead, and figured I would give you a little bit of look into the stats here. This is not going to be what I would consider to be Hall of Fame type numbers here so far. You've got so we've got in this column here, if you can see, I don't know if you can read this or not, but this is from the third quarter, and then for the game for both Tennessee and Jacksonville, and you can see in the quarter Mariota was 1 for 5 passing. Not very good. 9 for 16 in the game, only 56 yards thus far. Really maybe a testament to Jacksonville's effectiveness. Now, DeMarco Murray has had a decent game rushing. He's 14 carries, 85 yards. He can carry up to 20 while still maintaining his ratings that he has. Derrick Henry, 9 for 37 on the game so far. Bortles for Jacksonville is 16 for 30, so just a shade over 50%, 155 yards. He should be able to get over 200 here. Although Jacksonville is in the lead, and they might be able to kind of pull off a little more of what, a little bit more of a conservative attack in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve a lead. So in the game here, 13 first downs for Jacksonville, 10 for Tennessee. Tennessee 2 turnovers, and I was going to put down the points, and I forgot to check it out, but I think currently it's 7 points that Jacksonville has scored off the turnovers. 7 penalties, 52 yards for Tennessee, 6 for 45. They're pretty even. Time of possession, Jacksonville dominating 27 minutes to 18 for the Titans, and we will now switch our focus to the bigger picture here. I'm trying to get everything into the picture correctly. So we are in the midst of a big storm here in Delaware. I think a lot of people here in the Northeast have been seeing some pretty heavy thunderstorms, so I can't promise you that the lights will stay on throughout the game. If they do, that's awesome. If they don't, I apologize. But so it'll be 10 at JAX, Week 1, fourth quarter, and let's take a look at where we left off the game. First and 10, Mariota just on the Jacksonville 23, so they're at least in reasonable shape here. They got the benefit of a poor punt from Brad Nortman, only a 17-yard kick on the previous. So after a defensive pass interference, that gave Mariota and the Titans a first and 10 from Jacksonville's 23. So they are in business, but it'll be second and 10. I want to write down the time. It'll be second and 10 from the 23. So 15 minutes left to play. Regulation, and it will be second and 10 from the 23 of Jacksonville. And Michael Webb is, I wanted to mention, he is the guy who came up, who gave me the sort of guide for how he tracks things with his scorekeeping of these games. So I'll probably devote an episode here down the road to describing that a little better. But let's get going here. Second and 10, a 31 will be an outside run, and for Tennessee, that would be DeMarco Murray, still under the, under the 20-yard or 20 carry limit. So he's in good shape here. Let me just double check the 13. Yeah, we'll still say they're fine. So outside run, and then a 4, that'll be safe defense. So let's see if Murray can break one here. It's going to be an unusual result with a 46. Check 51. That will be a bad snap, 1 yard loss. So we will say bad snap. We will just say Mariota -1 run as it was a fumble. You know what? We will say that Murray ran that. So it doesn't say a fumble. It says a bad snap. So the bad snap caused, and we can write that down here in the description. Bad snap, Murray, -1 run. Now it's going to be 3rd and 11. From the 24 of Jacksonville. So let's see, a little longer one here, and it's going to be a medium pass play against a pass defense. Mariota has not been throwing the ball particularly well today. Can he turn it around here and feather something in here? So I realized that part of my method was using the decider die to decide whether we were using a spread or the regular offense. And so we will say decider die is spread. So we will use the spread offense, and that's going to mean we check Harry Douglas as the receiver. And 33 fourth quarter is NB a 0. So that is going to be Tajay Sharp. He is not a 0 pass. He is a 1 pass. So that's caught at the sidelines, gets the toe taps, R plus yardage, and R for Harry Douglas is 14. +4 is 18. So we will write that down, but then we've got a little bit of a wrinkle here in that it's caught at the sideline for R plus, but that little thing is like a video reel. That's a video review. So this is Mariota. And so it was 14 and 4 is 18 pass. Douglas. And but let's roll and see if the video evidence shows that he didn't get both his feet down. So and I needed to check which chart. Pass defense. Go to page 81. Well, okay, I think it's V4. The offense player catches the pass at the sideline, ruled complete. Replay official checks the video to determine whether he had both feet in bounds. And a 12 means it stays that way. It has to be above, or 54 or above. So, video confirmed. And that's a first down. So they convert on 3rd down with an 18-yard pass play, and that takes them down to the 6-yard line. So 1st and goal. And let me see, out of bounds. So we've got 14-30, 14-15. So 1st and goal from the 6. And with goal-to-go situations, I usually try to use the 3rd down and play calling. So 41 is going to be a screen against a safe defense. But inside, one of the other defensive coordinators I've seen, safe turns to either run or pass when you're inside the opponent's 10. We're going to stick with safe. So trying to decide if that's the way we're going to play it. It says red zone option. So that doesn't really go with this play calling chart. So we will stick with the play calling chart. So a screen pass, safe defense, and then with 4, that's set for player 2. So that'll be to Rashard Matthews. Screen pass to Matthews, 13. So that means it's going to go off of Mariota's A completion percentage, and that's going to be, we roll a die. It's going to take him very close, most likely, unless it's a 1. If it's a 6, I play it as a touchdown. If it equals the number that's there, it's a touchdown or a first down. I know that I read elsewhere some people say it has to be 1 yard more, but here we go, and it's a 6. That is in the end zone. That will be a touchdown. The ball game has a good chance of being tied here. So Mariota completes it, and then through the process of running into the end zone, Rashard Matthews scores a touchdown. 6 touchdown pass to Matthews. And so Mariota 2 for 2 on this possession. That takes it down to the 14-minute mark. And they will kick an extra point to, if they can get this, they will tie it up. And Suckup is a double-A extra point guy, and 44 double-A extra point. He is E or better, so it is good. Suckup kick. All right, so it'll be Jacksonville 17, Tennessee 17, with, what did we say, 14 minutes left in the game. So Mariota improves his numbers a bit there. I'm going to get a drink out here. Okay, let's get this kickoff underway. Suckup back out there for the kick. Kickoffs 31, that will be in Suckup for kickoffs triple A. That's going to be out the back of the end zone, kickoff through end zone. So they'll start at the 25. So Jacksonville, that is, we'll say with, actually let's, it was 14. I like to use the D20. So it's 3. So I take it as 14:02 time of the score. First and 10 from the 25 of Jacksonville. Let's see who comes out on top here, and that'll be Yeldon inside run against a safe defense. Getting warm down here. 64, that'll be an unusual result. 66, a 4-yard loss by Yeldon, and he gets the ball punched out. Does he recover? This would be a huge swing here. So line fumbles. Let's see. 16 is the fullback, basically is Yeldon rated a 2 runner. Yeldon is a 1 runner, and actually, since it's close and in the fourth quarter, his ratings drop 1, and now he's a 0. So it's going to be E recovering. That's going to be the outside linebacker Brian Arakpo, and so if Yeldon gets stopped behind the line, and then -4 run, fumble, recovered by Arakpo. And let's see, do we do a return? We will. Oh, it says no return. So a huge turn of events there. So that we will say that takes it down to 13:35. Tennessee takes over from the 21 of Jacksonville. So they've gotten 2 very very nice setups here. And we will say clock stops on the time of possession. Let's try to be a little more fine about this. We'll say 13:55. 1st and 10 for Tennessee at the 21 of Jacksonville. So Mariota with a chance here. He's getting a chance here in the fourth quarter to be a hero. All right, so from the 21-yard line, 56, short pass against a safe defense. Be targeting. Going to be targeting the slot receiver, who will be Andre Johnson. 21. That's going to be an incomplete pass for Mariota. Second and 10 from the 21 still. They could take the lead here if they just manage a field goal. Of course, Jacksonville will likely have plenty of time. Outside run being called. That will be... let's take a look here. What do we want to do with this? So, personnel 5. Andre Johnson does not have a run rating. So, it'll be Henry to the outside. Also against a safe defense. So, Derrick Henry, 15. He's a D outside runner. And so, that will be a 2-yard loss. Bad luck there with the... I think Murray, if he is chosen, that's a really good opportunity. But instead, he loses 2, and so that will bring it to the 13-15 mark. 3rd down and 12. 23, and now they're going to go from the long yardage chart. That'll be a medium pass against a pass defense. Mariota has come up big in this situation previously. Let's see if he can do it again. They'll be targeting Rashard Matthews again here. And it's going to be an unusual play, 46. And then 65, 14 yards, a hard hit. So, and a penalty. And you know something? I want to look at something real quick here. Yep, so 14 yards, hard hit, and a penalty. So we go to the hard hit. The hard hit is usually whether it's complete or incomplete. So we check this. It would be a 14-yard completion and would get the first down if he can hold on. So, and this is to Rashard Matthews, 63 is K for Jacksonville. Is he a 2-rated pass guy? And that's Yannick Ngakoue in this game, and he is not. So wait, hold on. I got the wrong chart. H. We're going to go with H. It's Dante Fowler. He is also not a 2. So it will be a complete pass. And so Mariota with it was a 14-yard completion, and but we still have a penalty. Let's see what the penalty is. Now it's going to be a defense 5 yards. They're going to decline that penalty. It's a defensive holding, but given the fact they got 14 yards and a first down out of it, that's going to take them all the way down to the 9. 14-yard pass to Matthews. That connection has been good so far. So that takes us to 13-minute mark even. 1st and goal from the 9. And let me see. What is Matthews allowed? He's allowed 4 completions before he can't get the R. And he currently is at 2, I think. So let's see what's going to go on here. We will go off the regular chart for them. This is going to be an inside run. It'll be Derrick Henry. Henry was at 9. Well, he's got to be limited to 10. right? And he's already had a carry. So, he's going to drop to C, and outside will go to F. So, but we aren't going to. So again, I didn't really explain it very well. I feel like this should model the number of carries these guys get, and so even though it's not optimal to continue to use a guy who's reached his limit, you kind of have to, because the limit really doesn't, like, TJ Yeldon got knocked down, but I think in the first game of the season he had 20 carries, but the reason he gets knocked down to so early is that his effectiveness isn't so good. So anyway, let's get back to this. It's an inside run with Henry against a safe defense. But Henry's rating is going to be a C this time inside. 65. H is Dante Fowler. He is a run zero, and he is being used because they have a couple injuries. So he's a run zero. That's going to be XR, so this could be a good run here for Henry, even though he is downgraded in rating. Let's see. 62, is he greater than A? No, he is not. If he actually would have been right at A before, now he's at C. So instead, he's going to be knocked down after 14 plus the total on a die. It'll be 5. So a 19-yard run for Henry. And guess what? From the 9, that is in. Tennessee takes the lead as Henry charges through the defense of Jacksonville. Runs by Dante Fowler. He kind of whiffs at the tackle. 9 touchdown run. Tennessee goes ahead 23-17, and the extra point is pending. Suck up again. That's going to be good. Okay, so from the that's going to be the 12:45 plus. Well, 17 isn't going to work, so 7. So I take 45 plus 6. I take 1 off. So if it's a 1, I call that the 45 mark. So it'll be Tennessee 24, Jacksonville 17 at the 12:51 mark, right? Yes. So, how the tide has changed very quickly. A bad punt in the third quarter sets up Tennessee for their touchdown. The Mariota pass to Matthews, and then the Yeldon fumble comes at a horrible time, and now Jacksonville will be playing from behind. So let's see the kickoff from Suck Up 25, 64 plus. Yeah, that's going to be through the end zone again. So Jacksonville gets the ball back. 1st and 10, 25 of their own side of the field, and they're not too happy about it. So we still got... Oh, I should have written down the time here. Yeah, it'll still be 12:51. That'll be fine. Let's see. Fourth quarter, trailing by 7. You have to wait till the 5-minute mark to make any real adjustments. So 51 is going to be a short pass against a pass defense. And Jacksonville, they will be targeting on 4. It'll be Marquise Lee, the wide receiver. 33 is SB, so that is going to be the slot receiver. In this case, it will be Lee, as he had 2 pass. Marquise Lee is a 1 pass, so complete, pushed out of bounds after half R. So Marquise Lee, he is allowed 4 catches. He is currently at 1, so that is fine. Bortles completes it. 14, take half of that. 7 pass to Lee. And so let's go ahead and take that down to 12:30 mark. 2nd and 3 from the 33. Right, no, 32, my bad. Check my math. All right, so 43 is going to be a screen pass. So they are going, and this is going to be against a safe defense, but they are going a little more, and this will be Lee again targeted. 42 is NB. That's the wide receiver. Is he a 2-pass? Allen Robinson in this case is not. So Lee will make this one as well, and we roll one die to see what the yardage is, and it's 3. They're going to just get the first down here. So Bortles 3 pass to Lee. And so that will bring us to the 12-minute mark. And this is out of bounds, so it won't be the 12-minute mark. 12:15, 1st and 10, 35-yard line. So Jacksonville on the move. They're going to go with a medium pass here, since their play calling metrics indicate this is going to be a medium pass rather than an inside run. So against a safe defense, they will be throwing at tight end Mercedes Lewis. Actually, no, we won't do that. We're gonna go with Ben Koyak here, since Julius Thomas was injured. So 56. Home team, yes. So the home field advantage. So this is a home field advantage rule right here. You get 2 stars, 2 asterisks. That means home team is on offense, pass threaded for XM. So here we go. Koyak, more of a blocking tight end. They disregard him, and so we go to XM. Is quarterback, does he have an X rating of greater than 4? Blake Bortles is at 4, so no, but it'll be a 24-yard gain nonetheless. And so Bortles completes 3 passes in a row and gets them to Tennessee side of the field. 24 pass to Koyak, and another first down. And that gets us to 11:45, 1st and 10, 35, 45, 45, 41-yard line to Tennessee. So these teams are kind of duking it out here, punching each other in the mouth a bit. Outside run against a blitz. And it's going to be, let's see, Bortles. He can run there. We'll call it Bortles here. So an outside run. He has not run in the second half, I don't believe. So against the blitz, Bortles going to call his own number here. 11. He is a triple A on the outside, plus he gets a single die roll added to all outside gains. So triple A, we go to the XR column. So let's see. This could be a pretty big gain here. Let's see. 64. Is he greater than C from the outside? He is triple A. He makes defenders miss. This is a go. Plus we will add a single die roll. Let's see what happens. 61. That will be 24 yards plus 2 of these. So plus 2, so that's 26. And 1 27-yard gain for Bortles on the outside. Tennessee maybe getting a little soft here. Bortles, 27 run. And that takes him all the way down to the 14-yard line. Plenty of drama going on here in northern Florida. And so with a 14 and a 64, it's going to be a medium pass from the 14-yard line. You can still do mediums from the 10 to the 20 of your opponent. This will be against a run defense, expecting run here, and they're going to throw it to Allen Robinson, who has 4 catches. He is allowed 8 before he gets dinged. So let's see here. 53. F is going to be Wesley Woodyard. He is not a 2-pass. Open in the flat and complete for our yardage. That's going to be a 12-yard gain. Bortles is on fire on this drive. I think he's completed 4 passes now. And that'll be a 12-yard gain to Robinson and takes him down to the 2, 1st and goal with 10:45 left. Pass to Robinson. So, we'll say 10:45. 1st and goal from the 2. And let's see what the roll. Well, we're gonna use the first and the 3rd and 1 to 3 to try and make sure that we have appropriate play calls. And this will be a screen pass against a run defense. And this will also be to Robinson here. Oh, and that is a 24. So are either the slot receiver, who in this case, personnel 4, is Marquise Lee. He is not a 0 pass. Tackle B, Jeremy Parnell. He is not a 0 pass. So it's completed, tackled out of bounds for a loss. Wait. No, hold on. I got my numbers wrong here. They are... No, neither of them 0 pass. So that's a sack if they are. And they aren't, so it's just going to be a loss. So Robinson, a 2-yard loss. So still a completion. But Bortles, -2 pass. Allen Robinson. And that will be a 2nd and goal from the 4. So couldn't quite get that sorted out there to work. Actually, this is out of bounds too, right? So I'm going to make sure I write down the time, because that's only a 15-second play. Or I mean, yeah. 10:45, 10:30. Second. We just got to start the whole thing over again, eh? 2nd and goal from the 4. Let's see, 46 on a 3rd and 4 roll. Short pass. They're going to go through the air. Short pass against a safe defense. And they will again try throwing it to Robinson. They're targeting him quite a bit here. 13. Blake Bortles is a completion percentage of A. So that'll be a roll here. If it's 4 or greater, this will be a touchdown. And it's 4. That is in. And Jacksonville has a chance to tie it. Bortles with another touchdown pass. 4-yarder to Allen Robinson. And only now left for the imagination is the extra point by Jason Myers. Triple. He is a single A, but a 23 he will make it. So Myers' kick is good. And so with, let's see, 10:15 left. Boy, a lot of action here in this part of the game. It's going to be Tennessee 24, Jacksonville 24. With 10:15 left. A lot going on. We've had, 21 points scored here in the quarter, and now it'll be kicked off by Myers. AAA rating, 42. That'll be 7 yards deep, and they will take the knee. Myers kickoff. Touchback. Okay, so Tennessee gets the ball 1st and let's get a time check. Oh yeah, I need to check. And 15 and 4 will be 19 actually. No, 18. So 10, 18. First and 10 from the 25. So the game was pretty slow for a while, and then all of a sudden, everybody started getting stuff working for them. And now, so a screen pass, safe defense. That will be to not Sharp. That will be to DeMarco Murray here, who I have. This is a 2-back set. So 41 quarterback is not a 2-pass. So that'll be a short gain, 2-yard gain. So Mariota to pass to Murray. Let me see. Murray. That might be his first complete, or his first reception. So, so that takes us to the not to the 10-minute mark. 9:45. Second and 8 from the 27. Medium pass against a blitz. So maybe a chance to pull off a big gain here. They're going to be targeting Harry Douglas. Harry can catch only 2 balls, and he is there, so he cannot. Oh boy. Yeah, I might have messed something up earlier, but we have rectified it now. I need to cover up his R rating. That was a bad. I might have missed something there earlier, so let's not acknowledge that. Okay, 34 is end A, who is Harry Douglas here, a 2-pass. He's not pressured by the defense, incomplete. So Mariota. So it'll be a 3rd down and 8 from 27. And for 3rd down and 8, this is going to be a medium pass against a pass defense. Throwing it towards, let's see, is it going to be Henry or Murray? It's going to be Derrick Henry. Henry has how many receptions? I think he only has 1 thus far. So 62. B is to Sean Gibson. He's not a 0 pass, so it's going to be a chance at an interception. He's going to dive for it. Mariota is a Y equals 2, so it's got to be a low number, and it will not be, so that will be an incomplete pass. And that will bring up 4th down, and that takes it down to the 9:15 mark. 4th and 8. And there's no decision here. You're going to punt it. And so Brett Kern out to punt. He hasn't been seen for a while. Uh-oh. Heavy rush. Go to punt block, board D. So let's see what happens here. This is where somebody got, I think it was Jacksonville, got whacked here a little bit before. Let's roll it out off the block. Kick 14. He is not a block F, so it'll be a 30-yard punt, no return. Okay, and that will take it down to the 9-minute mark. First and 10 for Jacksonville, and so from the 27, 37, 47, 43-yard line, their own 43, they've got good starting position for this drive. It has been going their way here in recent downs, and let's see if they can put together a drive. So they will start with an inside run to Yeldon against a run defense. So inside run versus run. 35 is Allen Robinson, a 0 run. He's not. So it'll be a 3-yard gain for Yeldon. All right, so 2nd and 7 from the 46. Oh, and they're going to try a deep pass here. Deep pass against a pass defense. Haven't had too many long passes called. We also have an option to run a trick play on occasion, but once a game. I haven't done that yet. So long pass, this is going to be targeted to Mercedes Lewis. Let's see what happens here. 52. Jason McCourty is not a 0 pass. He's rated 1, so it'll just be incomplete. So Mariota, or no, not Mariota, Bortles doesn't connect with Lewis. So that will bring up 3rd down and 7 from the 46. They'd love to get a first down here and maybe a couple of them, maybe take them into field goal range. 8:15 on the clock. So with 3rd and 7 and a 61, medium pass against a pass defense. And it will be heading towards Rashad Green. 21, that's going to be incomplete because Bortles is an A completion percentage. So Bortles has a great drive, and then he kind of loses his accuracy. Now both quarterbacks a little inaccurate, so that will bring up that will take us to the 8-minute mark. 4th and 7 from the 46. That's punt territory. A little too long to try and go for it here. So that'll bring out Nortman and his routine punt. That will be a potential return. 48 yards on the punt. And a flag thrown while the punt is in the air. And your return man for Tennessee is Mariani. And he's at 22, so this is going to be a shorter return for him. He's a punt return rating of 8. He'll be down to 2 because you subtract 6. 2 return. And then we've got a penalty. Check that out here. And it was on the kick. 51. 5 yards offsides. I think they will. Jacksonville will be content with that punt. Actually, what they could, I messed up. They could use a coffin corner, correct? What is, so his coffin is B. So I should have done this. It was 34 was the roll. It was +1 plus I needed to, because they want a coffin corner. When you're past your own 45, you can coffin it, and that's what they should have done here. My bad. So B or better, and Nortman is a B right on the button, so it's going to roll out at the 4. So punt OB at 4-yard line. Okay. That's, what is that, 40, that's a 50-yard punt. No penalty. So Tennessee with 7:45, that'll be a 1st and 10 from their own 4. Backed up. And what do we got here? 41. That'll be a screen pass, just trying to get out from the shadow of their own goal post. Screen pass will go to Tajay Sharp. Haven't heard much from him today. And looking to run defense. So screen against a run to Sharp. Can Mariota get a good completion here? 41 is, so let's see, personnel 2. The slot receiver is Jalston Fowler. He is not a 2 pass. So it's caught, but it's going to be for no gain. Second and 10 from the 4. This game is all tied up here. Trying to get my thing to roll. Okay, boy, they're not being conservative here at all. Medium pass play against a blitz. This could be feast or famine. Also, we'll target Sharp here. Let's see what happens. And I can't see because the die decided to go every which way except what I wanted. I hate when this happens. Stupid die. There you are. What do we got here? It's a 3, so 36. So are either guard A or center 2 pass. Guard A is Quentin Spain. He's not. Ben Jones is not. So are either G or H, are they 0 pass? G is Telvin Smith is not. Dante Fowler is not 0 pass. So it'll be a 9-yard sack. We just have to decide which one. We'll get it. We'll use decide or die, and if it's yes, it's G, and it is. So that will be Telvin Smith. So Mariota. And that, wait, hold on a second. 9-yard sack. They're at their own 4. That is a safety. So that's going to be a -4. -4 sack, 4 safety. And Jacksonville is going to get the lead here as their defense surrounds Mariota on the blitz. So Jacksonville 26, Tennessee 24. And Tennessee's going to have to kick it off. And let's see, so 7:45, that was, the clock was running on that, so 7:15 to the 7-minute mark. And we will roll this another time, 5, so that'll be this 7:04. All right, so a safety getting a little bit greedy here, trying to beat the blitz, and time is short for Mariota there, and so now believe it's from your own 20. That's my recollection. Actually, safety rules. I think you punt from your own 20. So let's take a little look here. The free kick after safety. Say Google free kick after safety. Okay. Rule 6 free kicks. What are you doing to me here, bud? Is it a PDF? I guess it is. Come on. Here we go. "20-yard line for a safety kick." There we go. Just double checking because it doesn't come up a lot in. So it's going to be Kern being forced to punt here. This is usually what they do. So Kern with a routine punt from his own 20. "56, subtract 3 from average, D or better, no return." He's a C, so there won't be any return. It's a fair catch. So 44 minus 3, 41-yard kick. And I believe the clock doesn't start until it is fielded. So Jacksonville will get the ball with 7:04. 1st and 10 from, so the 20 up to, that'll be 30, 41, so the 39-yard line. Their 39-yard line. And so now they have a fourth quarter lead, but it's not under 5, so they're going to have to keep going. If I were calling plays, I'd be conservative, but they will go with an outside run here against a pass defense. And it'll be Yeldon, the one getting the call here. 25, quarterback or tackle A, run 2, neither of them are. So it'll be a 4-yard gain for Yeldon and then a penalty. Been pretty penalty free. Well, this is one of the things in this game that's a little bit wonky at times, is that the false start. So we already know what kind of happened with the play, and then we check and it was a false start. So penalty, false start, and we will go ahead and we got 11 guys out here. It could be, and it'll be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be A.J. Can. All right, so no movement of the clock. 1st and 15 from the 34. And so that's a little more friendly to Tennessee as far as field position. 14, that'll be an inside run for Yeldon against a safe defense. Yeldon now a D. He's been a D for a while. 31, quarterback or guard B, a 2 run. Guard B is not. Can is a 0 run. Bortles is also 0 here in a close and late situation. So runner elbows ahead for 2. Yeldon will gain 2. And that'll be, let's see. So we got 7:04. We take, be down to 6:30. 2nd, 13 from the 36. 35. That'll be an outside run. Well, actually, we will say it is going to be a screen pass. A little too early to be going big time conservative, but that'll be against pass defense. Screen against pass, and they will be trying to get it to Yeldon here. Is J. That's going to be Al Woods on, let's see, well, we will say been playing at 3rd and long, and I think they would still be considering Jacksonville to be somewhat conservative given the fact they're in the lead. So Jay is going to stay Al Woods. He is a 0 pass. It's going to be to the XS column. 16 is Jay. Well, no, Jay is not 2 pass. We just checked the same thing. 9-yard gain. So Bortles completes to Yeldon for the first down. Oh, wait, no, it's not the first down. They had 2nd and 13, I forgot. That will take them down to the... it was out of bounds. It's at 6:15. 3rd and 4 from the 45. So chance to be conservative here on between 4 and 6 yards to go. 31, that'll be an outside run with Yeldon again. Actually, well, we already used Bortles. Who's in this? It's Andre Johnson. Or wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong card here. It'd be Mercedes Lewis does not have a run rating, so it's going to have to be Yeldon, outside run, because we've already used Bortles once. You can't use him more than once on a quarterback bootleg. And that's against a safe defense. So here we go. Can they pick up 4 here? And it's going to be an unusual play. 64, no gain, and a potential fumble. Let's re-roll here and see what the line fumble gets. 32. Is he rated 0? Yeldon in the 4th quarter. All right, so this is... I'm not kidding you here. Not kidding you. That little... So look at this. We got 32. This little star here with Bortles and with Yeldon, when you see that, that means that these ratings drop 1. So the 1s go to 0s. And so in the 4th quarter, he is a 0. And I'm going to double check this to be sure. Because I don't want to job them. But I think this is going to be a fumble. So let's see. The blank symbol indicates a player diminishes. On the line, 4th quarter, with 2 teams separated by 2 scores or less. Decreased by 1 point on both their pass and run ratings. Yeldon goes down to a 0 on a 32, and it will be recovered by Arakpo for a 2nd time. And that is horrible luck. They got some luck earlier in the game. So there's going to be 6 minutes left here. I'm going to flip it over. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Yeah, I should be trying to total up some stats. So Tennessee is going to get the ball with 6 minutes left, right? Making sure I'm in the right ballpark here. And so no gain. Arakpo with no return, correct? Yes. So from the Jacksonville 45, 1st and 10. What do we got here? I got some comments. Let's see. Hi, D-ball. T-ball, sorry. Burst symbol for the win. Yeah. Got appreciate you being in here, Steve. What is this? That is not permanent marker, Steve. I promise you. I've got these in sleeves. So even if it were permanent marker, now the trouble with dry erase is that things like these books laying on them tend to wipe it off, but this is how I try and keep track of. And I'll tell you, so Michael Webb was the one that kind of turned me on to doing this way. The trouble is that it's tough to keep a running total, and so I'm afraid I'm going to miss somebody who has reached their limit, and then I'm going to miss an R check and all that good stuff. But all right, so Jacksonville's still ahead by 2. It's 26-24 with 6 minutes left, but Tennessee is in great shape at the Jacksonville 45, and let's see what is going to happen here. Screen pass, and that'll be a safe defense. And by my calculations, that would be to Sharp. Yeah. Tajay Sharp. 22. That's going to be, with Mariota's A rating, that'll be incomplete. He had a nice little stretch there in this game where he completed 3 or 4 passes in a row, and then otherwise he's been pretty repulsive. So 2nd and 10 from the 45. Another screen pass, and that's again against the safe, so I don't have to move anywhere. This will be, they're going to try a screen to DeMarco Murray, and this is going to be a good result for Mariota. He's going to complete it to Murray, and Murray will scamper ahead and be dragged down at the 36-yard line, just 1 yard shy. So the little short pass was an easy one to complete. That'll be a 9 pass to Murray. And so let's see. So we go from 6 minutes. That's incomplete. That's 5:45. And that is going to run for 30 seconds. So we'll make that a 5:15. 3rd and 1 from the 36. And that's, let's see. So 36, that'll be a 53-yarder at this point. And Suckup is okay from that range. Still quad A, although still long. Oh, and then you get a 66 on the 3rd and 1, which in theory should be a long pass play. And, yeah, we got to go for it, right? The only question is, do we stick with, and this would be to either Rashard Matthews or Harry Douglas. I use a decider die to decide whether I use the personnel grouping 6 or whether I use the spread formation I have set up. Well, actually, what I'd be using is heavy in a 3rd and 1. So it'd still be Matthews. I'm talking out my rear end. So, yeah, long pass against, well, they're going to catch him napping, right? That's a run. They're going to try to take him over the top, and they might go for it on 4th down here. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It's a tough call. So can they connect here? Mariota and Matthews. And a 45, tackle B is Jack Conklin. He is not a 0 pass. Wide open, pass dropped, incomplete. Oh. It's a sack if he is 0, but instead, I guess an incomplete pass is better than a sack in this case, because they still have a chance to kick a field goal possibly, or they can go for it here. Something tells me that going for it should be a decide or die check, but in this kind of case, because I'm really not calling plays myself. But, oh, injury. There's an injury check here. Let's see who's got knocked. 31. EA, so it is Matthews, who was out on the pattern, is injured, and let's see for how long. 62. Ah, boy, he is out for... well, actually, I'm gonna have to check this. He can be out for the rest of the game. He may not have, and that's only gonna be for 1 extra game. So Matthews, injured, +1 game. And so we go from 5:15 incompletion. That'll be to 5 minutes. 4th and 1 from the 36. And they're going to go for the gusto here. They're going to go for it. Let me take a look at their chances of a field goal make. So even with a quad A, and what did I say that was 53? You still need 34 or less, which is a stretch. So let's roll it out here on the thing. What's the... Oh boy, it's still going to be a longer pass. Well, it's going to be a screen pass. They're going to try to catch him napping again. This is against a blitz. They're getting a little antsy here, trying to... And so this will be a screen pass to Douglas. Oh, these unusual results are killing me. 22. 7 yards out of bounds with a penalty. What's the penalty? Is it on the offense? 46. It's on the offense. It's 10 yards. They should have taken the field goal opportunity, maybe. I don't know. What was that roll? What was that? Oh, that was 55. They would have missed the field goal anyway. So, well, that's going to be a penalty. Offensive holding on 46 is on Taylor Lewan. And so that makes it academic. They can't do much of anything with that. And we will run off time, 4:45, since the play goes on. So that'll be 4th and 11 from the 46. And not really a choice here. They are going to coffin it. So Kern back out. 35, coffin corner. He is an A coffin rating, so it's going to die at the 5. Kern, punt to 5-yard line, and that makes it a 41-yard kick. No return. Jacksonville takes over. Well, they get whaled by a safety here. Tennessee trying to tie this up. So Jacksonville still has the lead, mind you. Tennessee set up very well, and they just can't get any closer. And so, let's see, where were we at? 4:45. We'll say that's a 15-second runoff for 30. 1st and 10. From the 5, Jacksonville. They got to be careful here. It's under 5 minutes, so they can go to the D play calling chart, and they are thankful to be able to do that because they get a 43, which means they can do it's still an outside run. Not my favorite call in the book. And they've got Yeldon in there, which is, he's already reached his limit and then some, so he's up to a D. Although we could... Rashad Green doesn't have a run rating, so we really can't do that. Might as well just go for it. 53. E is Arakpo. Is he a run 2? He is not. So that'll be XR column. This is actually going to potentially work out here for Yeldon and the Jags. 13. Guard A, Omame is a run 0. Oh, it's going to be a no gain. That's terrible luck. So, but he will stay in bounds, which is probably the more important thing. So down to 4 minutes. 2nd and 10 from the 5. They get a 64. How about that? How is that for getting rolls that are not conducive to It doesn't have to be that way, but I think usually most people think that running plays kill clock. But in this case, they will be trying to squeeze in a short pass to the tight end. In this case, it will be Mercedes Lewis. 22 tackle B. Neither tackle B nor Bortles are a 2-pass. Going to be an incompletion. And so there you go with 3:45. It's the clock is stopped. 3rd and 10. Trying to use the play calling mechanism from replay and they get another tall one. That's I don't know. I wonder if I have a rigged app here. Outside run against the run. Again, Yeldon. 3rd down. You'd like to stay in bounds here at the very least. Maybe force Tennessee to use a timeout. 66. He is 0 run. Daquan Jones is a 1 run. Well, and you could even say Derek Morgan. It is 3rd and long, but still, I think you would have the run defense in. Daquan Jones is a 1 run, so it'll be a 5-yard loss. He does stay in bounds, though. Yeldon has not done well, and then we're going to say Tennessee will put a 1. Their first timeout is taken to stop the clock at 3:30. That'll be 4th and... Oh, no. I'm messing this up again. They don't need to take a timeout. What in the heck? Why are they choosing an outside run, for one thing? So, the dilemma I have now is that this is going to tie the ball game. This is a safety. 5-yard line, -5 run. I mean... the only great thing about this is that Doug Marrone is involved in this somehow, and this is fitting for Doug Marrone. That him and his offensive coordinator cannot call the right plays when they need to, and they put a guy like Yeldon in this position. So that is a safety. I did it again. I completely ignored the fact we're on the 5. And Tennessee gets... How often do you see 2 safeties in a game, too? That's pretty interesting. And that's going to be Jones who gets it, right? So that's going to tie us up. So you get a safety to give Jacksonville a lead. And then you get a safety to give Tennessee the tie at the moment. And let's see. So they didn't need to use a timeout because the play stopped at, 45. That makes it 3:30, and we'll take it to, that doesn't nearly make sense at all. That it would be a 1-yard runoff, or a 1-second runoff. So let's re-roll it. It's got to be at least down to the 3. Yeah, we can buy that. I can buy that. 3:37 left. And so now the free kick from the 20, it's going to be not Myers, it'll be Nortman. Man, what is... How do you get that? How do you get 2 safeties in a game? You almost want to say tough. Anyway, so +1 to average for Nortman. That'll be 48-yard free kick. Return for Mariani. We'll go with his punt return rating, I suppose. 64, that'll be an unusual result, so we got to check and see. Punt returns. 44, loss of 2 yards and an injury, so... And let's see who is injured. This has been a long quarter. 43, tackle A injured. So it's not going to be tackle A. It's going to be a reserve tackle A. Let's roll again. 65, he'll be out. Hand-arm injury. 3 games. And so for Jacksonville, tackle A, we'll say that's Rashad Hill. So we'll scrub him +3. Okay. Tennessee's ball. What do we got? We've got, we will take it down to the 3:30 mark since there was a return. So 48 yards, so 20, 40, 32 yard line, and subtract 2, so from the 30, 1st and 10. So, it'll be an outside run. Boy, they love these outside runs in the AFC South, don't they? Against a safe defense. It's going to be DeMarco Murray. And let's take a look here. Murray, he was at 14. So Tennessee, how many? There's 15. Looks like just at 15, so he's still okay at his B or his A outside rating. 14 with an A, and that'll be a 7-yard gain. And that'll be down to 3 minutes. 2nd and 3 from the 37. Let's see. They're going to stick with the same rationale for play calling here. Long pass attempt. Now it's against a pass defense, though, so will it go okay for them? We're going to throw this to Delaney Walker with a pass defense. Let's see what happens. And another unusual result. 65, a 7-yard loss and a potential, so a sack and a potential fumble at the line. Is this going to do in Tennessee finally? Boy, there have been so many mistakes in this game. What's going to happen here? 36. So E for Jacksonville, they rated 0. Well, that's going to be Dan Skuda with a pass. He is rated 0, so that will be recovered by, well, it says DR, I would say. That will be Mariota. So Mariota, and I need to refresh my memory on, it's a 7-yard loss, -7 sack. Fumble, recovered by Mariota, and they avoid disaster. That's going to make it 3rd and 10 from the 2:30 mark. And both teams have their timeouts. Jacksonville is with 3rd and 10. They're going to take a timeout here, so be a little aggressive. Could come back to bite them. So that will keep it at 2:45. 3rd and 10. from the 30. So a 3rd and 10 with a 61. That's going to be a medium pass against a pass defense. That's going to be the Sharp. Sharp is, I think he's still well within his 4-catch limit. 52. Jalen Ramsey is not a 0 pass, so that's going to be Y chart because he's 2 rated. This could be an interception for Mariota. He is a 2 rated, Y rated quarterback, and it's 21. Just barely misses out on the interception. It's going to be dropped as the defender and the receiver struggle for it. That'll be an incompletion, and Mariota has another forgettable series. And Jacksonville still has 2 timeouts, and it's going to be at 2:30. 4th and 10 from their own 30. They're going to have to punt it, and Jacksonville will have a chance to maybe drive and get a field goal and take the victory. Let's see. It's going to be Kern punting again. It seems like he's punted about 100,000 times tonight. Solid kick, +4 to average. That'll make it a 48-yarder. And let's see. It is returnable. So this will be Rashad Green. 32, subtract 3. So that'll be a 3-yard return. All right, so 2:15 left. Jacksonville with 2 timeouts. 1st and 10. So we go from the 30 up to the 50. That's 20. And then 40, 30. And then, so the 25-yard line of Jacksonville. All right, and so we will go, we're going to go with the A situation chart. That'll be a screen pass against a safe defense. So when I say the A special situation, it's a bit more aggressive here. Both teams are paid off. Yeah, Steve, that's not Steve, that's Black and Blue. Who was the receiver? Butterfingers. So what do we got here? 24 is going to be screen pass against a safe defense, and it will be a throw. Get Jacksonville's card so I know who I'm talking about. Allen Robinson. And so what do we got here? 34 on the screen. Bortles, 4th quarter. This is close and late. Yes, he is a 0 pass. It's going to be complete for no gain. The blocking schemes do not hold up. And Robinson gets swarmed under, and that's going to take it down to the 2-minute warning. So still 26 all, 2 minutes left. 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Not exactly the best of opportunities here, but short pass against a pass defense. They'll be throwing to Hearns. Haven't called his name much in the second half. 56. H is going to be Derek Morgan. Is he a 2? Well, it's going to be Bryce McCain actually here, assuming a pass situation. He's not a 2 pass, so but he's not rated 0, so it's going to be not. It won't be XS column. It'll be a single die, and we will call that 6. Wow, I'm not drinking the beer, I swear. Bortles. 6 pass to Hearns. And they are going to they're going to do conserve, but they're not going to use a timeout yet. So that's going to be it'll be down to 1:35. 25 seconds for conserve, as they don't want to. They want an opportunity, but they don't want to leave much opportunity for Tennessee either. So a safe against a screen. This will also be to Hearns. Actually, no, this will be to Marquise Lee. My mistake. 34. Quarterback is a 0 pass, no game. Same roll. How about that? Same exact roll. It chalks up to Bortles. So this was 3rd and 4. Actually, you know what? I kind of messed this up. Give me a second here. I'm still getting used to this other play calling chart. On 3rd down, you're supposed to go with their regular plays, and so 25 with a 3rd and 4. .25. That's an outside run. Not sure that's any better. Goodness gracious. I think we're going to leave it the way it is, because I already called it. And I'm a little afraid to look at the outside run for TJ Yeldon at this point. So we're going to let it be that it's going to be a Bortles catch or reception to Hearns, but doesn't go anywhere. Basically, same play called twice in a row. Tennessee will take their first timeout. And so that'll be a 10-second. That'll be 1:25. 4th and 10. 4th and 4, actually. My bad. From their own 31. And they're going to have to punt. So guess what? Tennessee will have their opportunity here. Boy, this is one of those games where nobody wants to win it. And that's a 16. I don't know if you can see that up on the lid. You can't. Unless I turn it a bit. There you go, 16. I've had that happen a couple times. Mostly offline. 16. That'll be an 8-yard average for plus the average for Nortman. So 47. So 55 punt. They may just ask for overtime here. It is returnable. So Mariani pull off a long return here? That would be something fun to see. 31, not going to happen. So subtract 4, so that'll be a 4-yard return. Okay, so place kicks and punts. I think this chart says 5 seconds. Oh, that's with no return. Yeah, so it's going to be a 10-second. So it'll be Tennessee ball with 1:15, 1st and 10. So from the 31, 55. So 41, 49, 39, 29, 24, 4-yard return, 28-yard line. Let's try and press this some. We're going to use C. Yeah, we'll use C. They're going to do a long pass with pass defense. And this pass for Tennessee will be targeted to Douglas. See if Mariota can make some magic here. I'd love to finish this game. 61 D0 pass. Prince of Mukamara is 1, so it's going to be the Y chart. Mariota, Y equals 2. and so that's not going to be an interception. So incomplete. And that takes 10 seconds off. 2nd and 10 from the 28. They'll go with B this time. B31 is going to be a short pass. They still have 2 timeouts, recall. B and a 15 is going to be a pass defense. Short pass against pass. It'll be to DeMarco Murray. 12. A is Mariota. It'll be half Q. 6-yard completion to Murray. And they will take a timeout, unfortunately. That's probably should have gone with the C column because they don't really have a lot of time to be able to jockey around for. So that'll bring it down to 55 seconds. And it's going to be 3rd down and 4 from the 34. And there's some thunder and lightning. So they're going to go to the C column now and try to 24. That'll be a long pass against a pass defense again. So this will be to Tajay Sharp. 34. Center 2 pass. Ben Jones is not. Double coverage incomplete, and Sharp does not have an exclamation mark. So Mariota. So that's going to be that for, that'll bring it down to 45 seconds. 4th and 4 from the 34. Tie ball game. They're just going to have to punt. Kern in. They've got to hope no shenanigans here. It'll be a routine punt. And that's going to be an unusual result. So let's see. From the punts. 28 yards out of bounds with a penalty. What is the penalty? If the penalty is on Jacksonville, that would be a 1st down. 51, kick play, 4B. Offsides defense, that's going to give them new life. So that will run off, that says there was no return, 5 seconds. That's going to give them new. I got to write down what it is. Kern 28 punt. But penalty, defense offsides. Let's see. Which of these will say the 2 outside linebackers and the 4 up front. So 1 to 18. So 15. So we will go 1, 2, 3. Malik Jackson, 5 yards. And so with, let me see. So that makes it down to 40 seconds. 1st and 10 from the 39. So they get new life. They will stick with that C column. This is going to be a long pass against a pass defense. Throw is going to go to Douglas. 24. Or either EA or EB2 pass. Let's see. Douglas is not. Tajay Sharp is not. It's going to be Y chart. And it's 11. That will be intercepted. So let's see. It's going to be a long pass. That'll be for 30 yards. Mariota. 30 INT. That will be to Jalen Ramsey. And we will roll on an interception return. He's a defensive back. 14, no return. And we get a video review to see if it was an interception or not. If it's above 60, it will be an incompletion. And it hit the turf. And it's not, so that is going to, so no return. And that will pretty much, I think, seal out the half here. So it takes it down to the 30-minute mark. Jacksonville takes over. Trying to be aggressive, and it looks like it's going to go to overtime. Although, let's see, 39, 49, 41, 31. First and 10 from the 31 by my count. And they are going to take a knee, so that'll be Bortles -1 run. And that will be end of half. So this is not going to end, but it will end for tonight. Going to overtime, so fourth quarter score, JAX 26, Tennessee 26. 2 safeties. I'm very tired. I mowed the lawn earlier because I knew it was going to rain for the next 3 months straight. So I'm just trying to catch up here on some. Oh, so Kevin Thomas, yeah, you would definitely be a Titans fan. You're from that neck of the woods. Al was hanging around here. So, well, I'm going to have to pick this up tomorrow night. I don't have a lot of time left. We've been going on an hour and a half here. And just comparatively speaking, the third quarter, I was able to get in on a sheet of paper. This fourth quarter, granted, you do get a little bit more in the 2-minute drill, but there just was a lot of passing and stuff. Yeah, monsoon. Yeah, it's a little bit on the annoying side to have all this rain. I mean, we kind of need it, but not so much. And I'll tell you what, I was mowing the lawn earlier, and I mean, it was just. I felt like I was beginning to get into the heat stroke phase of things, because I think the what do you call it? It's kind of like the opposite of wind chill. The heat index or whatever, I think, was 95, and I don't know. I'm just not used to doing the old push lawn mowing in that kind of temperature. I not particularly in shape, but anyway. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't get to chat as much in these games. I just feel like it's so very much intense to keep things moving along. There's a lot of thought processes that go on. You're trying to make sure you hit the right plays at the right times. You're not miscalling something, but this will give me a chance to update my stats, and I'll be able to make sure I haven't that I don't hit any more, and it shouldn't hurt any values. And I'm kind of glad it's tied up, because I kind of mentioned at one point about, who was it? Douglas. Douglas is rated for 2 passes in a game, and I think he had already reached that. So, and that may have been an R chance. So, nonetheless, we're allowed to make mistakes, but I'm going to have to total this stuff up. Okay, yeah, check in tomorrow there, Black and Blue. I know this game is a and we'll use the new overtime rules, which means that you have to get 6 points on your first possession if you want to win outright. A field goal means the other team will receive the ball and have a chance to either tie or win. So we will play it that way, and just see how it goes. I do need, Kevin, now I got you. Yeah, that would, I haven't, this should get a laugh and maybe a funny comment. I think the OT will be tomorrow. I do have some work to do after I get home from work, because we have some company coming, but I'm hoping I can squeeze in overtime. Overtime could take 10 minutes. It could take an hour, and given these teams, I could see this game ending in a tie, because these teams they border on inept in a lot of cases. So it's a fun game, Black and Blue. I have to tell you, it's one of the more interesting tabletop games that I've been playing. Just from the standpoint, it's very in depth. I have to admit, I don't think. Yeah, it's a 15-minute overtime. What do I want to say? I'm not thrilled about the idea of 2 safeties occurring in a game. That has a rarity factor that I think is, and I think that's all about the solo play calling chart. I think I would be calling inside runs if I was on my own 5, and I may need to investigate for myself a way to amend that and just say maybe inside your own 10. I take over the play calling and just pound inside runs, or maybe roll a decider die. If it's a yes, it's an inside run. If it's not, we'll go with whatever the play call is. So just to try and make sure that we aren't that to me is unrealistic. It's not enough to go back and do anything different. Like I did do a couple games over here, but I just I don't want to deal with that anymore. I just want to play this out and get moving. So anyway, yeah, 15 minutes of football time. Right. No, I got you there, Black and Blue. What I meant was it could take 10 minutes of video time, which is kind of like, I would say, 2 or 3 minutes of game time. Or it could take close to an hour, which, it's like an hour. I've done a quarter an hour. But anyway. I didn't see that joke, Black and Blue. Yeah, that could be. I think someone's... I think I saw Bortles do a little... or maybe it was I think it was Yeldon. Yeldon did the little Fosbury flop over the goal line to try and make sure that he didn't accidentally get caught in play, or else maybe his team wouldn't get to play the overtime. All right, I got to get going. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for overtime. See who wins this epic battle between the AFC South opponents of Tennessee and Jacksonville. We'll see you soon. Yeah, that's true. Kevin, yes. Just really struggle with trying to make it perfect. I agree. Yep. All right, take it easy.